Hey there guys, it's Metro. We are back, and we're back to getting some decor done. Let's go. We're gonna do, first things first, we're gonna do the whatever the hell this is called. Daily, weekly? Is there more than one? Draconic Decor. The chandelier I showed you, you must think it's so fancy. But here I am without the matching sconces. What room lighting can I create without matching sconces? It will be woefully incomplete. Head over to the Dragon Isles and see if you can find one from the vendors of Veldraken. Purchase a draconic sconce in Veldraken and the Dragon Isles, then return to Pado. Okay.
Family, friends.
I don't. This is like a puzzle, I guess. I think it's like a puzzle. Are we just looking these up? I don't remember. There's some indication of. Do we use the add-on? I remember doing something with the add-on. Dragon Isles. That's cool looking. Oh, we have that already though. I have that in my house, yeah. The ones that we don't have are orange. Ah, Reclamation of Gilneas storyline. I didn't realize that was a thing. Yeah, honestly, we might do the classic and maybe TBC stuff, profession-wise, and then move on and start doing some of these things. Because there's a lot of stuff. Wait, where's Dragonflight now? Over here? Yeah, Valley Drax. Alright. Anyway, we're looking at... We need to look at vendors. We're gonna go around and get these anyway, right? Right click to add map pin. Alright, let's go do it. These are all just gold, huh? For no reason not to. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Oh yeah, they're still tailoring. I don't know, I just don't really have any desire to do any more Dragon or War Within stuff, man. Tailoring should be a lot easier though, I feel like. Maybe we should try at least try tailoring. Who are we buying it from? Oh, there's somebody outside, I think. That guy's confused too, but yeah, these people.
Looking for wares? Thank you for browsing.
This guy?
Die out there.
What are these for? Oh. That's like the low-level crafting item, right? Yeah. You can just buy them from that guy. Okay, I don't know who we're looking for, so let's take another look at it. Cataloger Jake's. Apparently supposed to be right here. Nope. In the house? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Lord Admiral's favor, friend.
Okay. The toy. Well, you need cloth for that. Whoa, what's all this? Lots of transmog. I like that you actually, it requires different materials. I quite like that. Alright, anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's it, right? Ah. 6?
Safe
Is there supposed to be
passage
6? Yeah. But none of them were the draconic scones. And again, this does not work. Oh my god, man. Just reload. Is that enough? It is enough. Oh yeah, we gotta check out that trinket too. There should be one more, right? Yeah. Nothing special. We should get one more. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sindor rug. Huh. Yeah, that's quite nice. Surprised that he sells them. Alright, anyway. Celestine of the Harvest. That is in... somewhere else, I guess. Right click to add map pin. Oh, okay. I didn't see it. On the ground or up here? Wait, is this? Oh shit, did we get lucky? Yeah, I think we did. And we also got lucky that we had enough of those. How much did I have of those? I don't know, but I think we got very lucky. It doesn't say how many I have. It's a currency, I guess. I guess, I don't know. Well, we were able to buy it, so who cares? This was not a character that sells the other item, though, I guess.
Do not
Okay.
abandon our ways.
So that's that one done. Should we check for these ones? That person sells the exact same things. Would it say if we were missing it? I don't know. What is it that we're even looking for? Draconic sconce. There it is. Okay. Who is it? Unitos. In Valdrakken itself. Ah, that's not the fastest way there.
According to my notes, there should be some unique artifacts in this area.
Where is it?
Search the upper areas here.
It's gotta be in the base. Like the main hub place. Yep, it's this guy. The Valdrakken quartermaster guy. Okay, there's the sconce that we needed. What else he got? Valdrakken oven. Table. That's good, actually. We might need that one. Grand mirror. Oh wait, I guess we're good. Do we need to bring? I'll buy one more, I guess. I think we need to bring one to him, don't we? Or do we just need to buy one? We just need to purchase one, so I guess we got two now. Yeah, we're missing one. The Grand Fountain, I think. There it is. That sounds cool. Oh, it's a garden fountain, but yeah, that's cool. Okay. So now we gotta go back. And then it's time to chop trees. Some folks smoke them, others chop them.
It is very wise to shop here. May the red
Yeah, there's another one. Okay, let's do that one too.
in your heart.
We cannot enjoy our decor designs without a place to enjoy them from. Behold, the chair. What better way to enjoy decor than on decor itself? I cannot imagine something more appropriate. Find me a chair to match this coil. The gear crafters of Mechagon know the style. Oh wow. Purchase a bullet chair in Rust Bolt and Mechagon, then return to Pado and Dornagal. So we should probably go... Well, I don't know that it matters. How the fuck do we get there? We should have a portal. I was gonna say we could go there on our old main. We might need to. Should we gamble? We'll gamble. The likelihood of not being able to buy it is low, but it is not zero. There might be other stuff that we might want to buy that we can't buy, but...
This island is home to a multitude of dangers. Help us secure a perimeter by
Our Bolt
eliminating the most
Quartermaster?
immediate threats.
Yeah, bolt chair. Oh yeah, see, we don't have enough. We've never been here on this character. So that's unfortunate. We could buy... Nope. Spare crates. What the fuck do you get? The question is, do we have it on any character? That I don't know the answer to. I'm reaching out to discuss the possibility of a sponsored collaboration regarding one of your future videos. The collaboration may include a brief mention of product review or another format that matches your channel. The angle is flexible and can be adjusted to suit your audience interest. Could you tell me what I'm selling? There's no indication of what they want me to do. All these are scams, I think, man. They're literally scams. Yeah, I think it's all scams. I don't know what the point of the scam is. Like, what are they gonna do? But they don't even tell you the name of the thing they're selling or trying to get you to sell, basically, then I think I will pass. Alright, well, I guess we should probably check to see if we actually have anything at all.
I've calibrated my prices to
Or
be
we even
reasonable.
bother. Don't know where it would be. This is all we got, so I don't think so. Void storage, yeah, look at that. Oh, there's some spare parts. Spare crate. How do you get them though? Do you just kill mobs? What the hell was that? What the fuck? I got PVC gems. I think they were like broken at one point. Okay, well we got something, I guess.
Return.
Unfortunately, we used our... We can't... Or is it... Wait, is it actually... character specific? Wait, where's the BFA one? I can't... What? What? Why don't I have BFA portals? What? Okay. There's something weird about this. I don't really get it, but it's very weird. Like, I thought it was if you earn the portal on the character, then you would have it no matter what level you are. But I obviously earned the portal. Oh, wait, no. I didn't. There wasn't portals in BFA. That's why. That's why. So I earned them when Mechagon came back recently. But outside of that, that's it. But that's so I have to be max level for that, yeah. Ooh, Zuldazar. Ooh. Ooh. How do we get to Rustbolt, though? I do not remember, honestly. Should we check? Oh, I bet there's some good ones here, man. Oh my god. Wait, where is that? Okay, hold on. We're making a little pit stop. I want to buy all those.
It is time for
No, we'll do it
these
another
little
day.
ones to
Someday we're
be
going to go and get all of them.
tested so they can begin
Work
working
order.
towards them.
I don't remember that. Oh, I love this place. I miss BFA a little bit. Wow, look at there's trees. Oh my god. This is a great city. It's one of the best cities ever made. I mean, it might be the best, actually. Okay, so we got to figure out how to get to Rustbolt. I have no idea, to be honest. Do we just... I think we just take the boat to the other continent and fly? Or is there some kind of direct portal somewhere?
Speak up!
It's in Tierguard's town, isn't it? I actually have no idea. How do you get to Mechagon Island? Fly there from northern Drustvar.
Stay the course!
Gotta be a better way, but yeah, it's fine by me. Oh yeah, great little skybox too, I'll tell you. It's not high mountain, but it's like weird how it cuts off there on the edge of the screen, but still really good. You used to be able to ride here too. Well, I think we can break these down into the thing we actually need.
Fight for
But I like legitimately don't know where you're supposed to get them. Like, do you kill stuff? Or are we supposed to get them from the dungeon? They did not give anything. Maybe we're supposed to get them from the dungeon. A lot of people praise this as one of their better zones, but I don't. I never spent much time here. Okay, I think we break these down.
Mercantilism function in progress.
Yeah. Okay. We could buy other stuff, but we're gonna need to like actually figure stuff out at some point. So I guess we won't. That one is at least. There's actually a bunch that are just. Wait, and we already have those. So those are from achievements, so we must have gone already. Or quests of some sort.
Your currency has been accepted.
This is an account-wide quest. Surely. Oh, okay. There was a sub, it said. It actually told me on the quest on how to get it. I should have paid attention.
I hope you find these to your liking.
The chair that you found is quite appropriate for you. This coil. I hope that you do not shock yourself.
May you find mastery in your passions.
Gnomish Tesla coil. Yeah, never gonna use those ones. Okay. See, that's really good though, because like we have to go do content to get those, right? Like that's really cool. All right, let's put those together. Okay, so that's it for the weeklies. So now it's time for lumber. Hopefully finally finished. Oh shit. Well, okay, we gotta do that. And now what's the number? 94. So we will be doing some of that. We already have 5. So that will be the rest of the episode. I am going to try to finish this. How long did that all take? Oh, 24 minutes already. Yeah, I would like to finish this in this episode so we can move on. And then next, I guess maybe we'll still take a look at tailoring. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy herbalism
Once protected the Isle,
in this expansion.
this one's program.
Too much is like it's just like I just way too much work to get the herbs you need, it seems. I must be missing something. Obviously, I'm not very, like, skilled or whatever with it. Are we actually good on... I'm not sure. Let's get more bismuth. I think we might actually need one more core alloy as well. That's not bismuth. What does it require plastic-wise? Essence of Undeath. Ooh. See, that's cool. Alright, I'm actually, yeah, I think next up... In next episode, we're going to be going to plastic stuff. Need a breath of fresh air, because honestly, this has been a bit of a grind. Especially spending all the money, that was definitely a big turnoff. Or at least we did get a good amount of that back, I guess. That wasn't even... We didn't spend much, actually. We mostly... The only thing we lost was just the auction house cuts, basically. It all kind of sold back immediately. Okay, if we needed bismuth, we should have enough now. I don't actually think we did, but... So let's go ahead and stop tracking mining. There's two things, like, I'm enjoying this. It's like actually like it's kind of weird. I look forward to it every time I get on, but a lot of times I get on and I don't enjoy it. It's kind of weird. I think a lot of the material gathering, especially in War Within, is not engaging. Like, you have to really be and I think it's true in Dragonflight too. Whereas in old expansions, you just have to have the profession. You have to actually put like time into the profession to get a good amount of materials. So that's, yeah, I think that's the issue. But hopefully that won't be too big of an issue in the older expansions. But it's like pretty much like every episode has always been like a bit of a grind. But I'm still enjoying the series. It's kind of weird. But it's like 7 out of 10. It's not like... I really, really... Like, I wanted to log on and make it these episodes tonight. But now that I've done it, it's like, yeah... There's things I would really, really like to do. And one is definitely the stuff on the private server. Okay, so I have started... I gotta maybe check that out too, but I don't think I have time before bed, but... I have started making a very important quest line that will be featured. If you guys haven't heard, well, I guess if you haven't heard anything, you might want to take a look at the channel. Before this series, our last thing we did was a series where we tried to make a classic remix out of a private server, Wrath private server, basically. Not too dissimilar to the Titan Forge server thing they're doing in China, I guess, but different. Because we're focused only on classic. Basically, like, you know, all new class stuff because it's Wrath, but it's going to be classic. And lots and lots of class changes on top of that, besides it being Wrath. The main thing we're doing is we're adding a Well, I'm trying to add infinite progression systems. We had a lot of trouble with that. I never actually tested it out, but I did do something that should help with that. I made a second scroll. Basically, I wanted there to be infinite stats like there is in Remix, but it's not actually possible. The stats, or I guess it's a stack of a buff. That's the problem with it. The stack of the buff can only go up to 250. So I think the way they handle it in Remix is they're all separate buffs. Like you get like 1 versatility, 2 versatility, 3 versatility. Those are all separate buffs. So once you get, well, that's probably not even, okay, this isn't true anymore. That 255, what? That's like an integer limit, right? 250 or 6 or whatever. This is a problem with the old client, and this is the problem that they fixed after MOP, right? 8-bit integer limit. WoW integer limit. Yeah. So that used to be a big issue because in MOP, Garrosh had too much health. So they had to heal him. He had to die and heal. That's why they did that fight that way. But now, I guess at one point, I don't even know what that number is. 2 billion? Or is that trillion? It says approximately very many numbers, something. 2 to the 31st. This was the original cap for things like mob health and player stats before early stat squishes. But now they've switched to 64-bit integers, so that's like 9 quintillion apparently. But I don't know why 255 is a cap. Or 256, I guess, but I just make it 255 so it's not a weird number. But anyway, whatever that issue is, I assume it's solved in later expansions. And so the way I did it was, yeah, like I came up with that idea that they should just be extra buffs. So we made a second buff. Like it's originally one stamina per scroll. And now the second one is 5 stamina, I think. And then if that becomes, you know, if we hit a cap on that, then the next one could be 10. And I think it's like 5 badges for 1. So then I think we just made it 25 for 5. But it's like the only way to keep adding to the number. Eventually you just hit these caps. So, but how we did that was a badge system. For every boss, you got badges. So it's kind of it's definitely different than how Remix handles it, because the stuff just like drops randomly. You're not gonna get badges from stuff dropping. You have to go do actual content to get these. But I think it's really fun because then on top of that, we have a great random gearing system, which is I really like it. It's really fun for leveling, and in fact, I've been messing around leveling a character. I think I was talking about that the other day. While Cop was doing his charity thing, I was messing around and leveling a character. Okay, come on. But so basically, you can get any. What's the name of it? There's like a DBC with stuff that's like enchants. It's like if you ever see a green spell thing, like there's probably still stuff like that in Live WoW. See, I think now those stats are actually like that too. But anyway, it's like that enchanted. You see that? 930 agi strength or 895 stamina, right? That's something that gets saved in a database. Spell item enchantment.dbc. That's the database. Okay, so those are created. You have to like establish those, and then you call on them with the spells, right? So any of those things that are in that database can roll on gear randomly on top of what's normally on gear. So this system is very, very good, and I would have liked a little bit more control over it, but I am very satisfied with it. I'm like 99% satisfied with it. So for example, these gloves would drop, and then they have a chance of having up to 3 extra stats on them, okay? And it's like you got to roll to have one. I think it's like a 25% chance to have one, a 15% chance to have a second one, and then a 5% chance to have a third one. I think it's like it's not really that uncommon, but I think I made it a lot more common. But the thing is, as you might be like, you know, if you think about what I just explained to you about like the, you know, the boot enchant or these enchants being all a possible option, it's a lot of things. So you're talking about like you might get arcane damage as a frost mage. Well, that's a terrible example. Arcane damage as a frost death knight. How about that? Totally useless. You know what I mean? Resistances, like pretty much any type of thing that was ever a potion, an enchant. I guess a lot of them are enchants. I think a lot of them, and there's, you know, in classic and through Wrath, there's like enchants that are all like +1 stamina, +3 stamina, +5 stamina, +7 stamina, you know? So you can get 1 stamina, 3, 5, 7, blah, blah, blah. So we have that system, and then on top of that, I have a class-based system. What I wanted to do for a very long time was to try to create a Diablo 2 style talent system. I've given up on it. It seems impossible. Basically, like in Diablo 2, you can put infinite points into a spell. Now, I guess that's not technically true. People have said that that's not true, but anyway, to me it seems true. Like you certainly put a lot of fucking points in. I know that much. So I really like the idea of, say you have 100 talent points, but you can put 25 talent points into one spell, into one talent tree, or you can spread them out. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna be able to replicate that. I tried very, very hard, and it doesn't seem possible. I don't know why, but it seems like either the client or the game or the DBC or something's wrong. It won't take more than 5 entries. You can only have 5 talent things in one talent node. So you know how classic talents work, like you have to put 5 points into a 5-point node, right? You can't have a 10-point node. I don't know why. I really couldn't figure it out. I tried so many different things. Doesn't seem to work. But 10 would have been the cap anyway, because the DBC has 10 entries for each thing, which is very confusing. So the other options were to make it a gradual thing. I was going to do it where the first 5 points were, you know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next points were 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 kind of thing. You know, like a progression. That's an interesting idea. But ultimately what I came to realize was if I was going to do this, it was going to require clearing out the whole talent tree. Like we were going to have to basically make delete the old talent trees, find the probably 10 most interesting talents, and then, you know, like you certainly wouldn't be able to have, like you would need Holy Shock and then a buff to Holy Shock times 25 or whatever. You know, like there would be a lot of, we'd have to get rid of almost all the non super interesting talents and just focus on the ones that are just direct power-ups. So then I said, well, how about we do more spell ranks? Which I really like that idea too. Like we can make it so, you know, just say Blood Boil has 25 spell ranks instead of 10. And I'm still debating on whether or not I want to do that. I really like the idea of the tomes. Like there are tomes out there already for higher spell ranks from like AQ and other sources. It's a very interesting idea, and I'm very, very much considering it. The problem is I don't know how to make that a granular thing. Like, because if, for example, the tome drops, it's just going to give you rank 10. Well, how do I then make it drop and give you rank 11? So what I was thinking of changing was the tome would be a currency. You get a tome, and then you take it to a vendor, and you buy a spell rank. I think that would work. So I'm definitely considering that still. I think the problem is, though, the system I went with instead, plus that, might totally get things out of whack. But I would like that as another repeatable way to gain power. But we would have to make a lot of... That would be a lot of work. And we would have to do a lot of math on it, too, still. I don't know, we'll see. Because basically, if I want to take it to Wrath, I'm going to need that. There's no way I'm going to be able... The only reason I can do what I'm doing right now in Classic is because I'm basically using Wrath stuff for Classic. Like, I can get to level 80 and still be in Classic content, you know? We made the level cap, like, higher than 60, that's for sure. And we found ways to give ourselves experience at 60. They're not ideal, but they're definitely better than nothing. So I think we were pretty able to organically level to 70. Getting past 70, yeah, it's going to be a little bit tougher. But even like, yeah, because just killing enemies still gives experience. Like raid bosses give, they're green up until 70, I believe, in Classic. So, but anyway, so our main power that we have come up with that's not a talent or a spell rank is a system of, I call them orbs, okay? It's kind of like gems, though, effectively. I tried this in TBC with actual gems. I removed all secondary stats from gear, but gave, like, any... Basically, you disenchant something and you get a gem. I really like that idea, but I think this random gearing thing is way better. And then we have even more power coming with this system. So basically, it's the same thing I just described. Anytime you get something that you can disenchant it and it turns into an orb. You can turn in the orbs for a class vendor bag. And inside that bag will be random powers that are empowering your character. So for example, the Death Knight one, we had one that was like, I think it was called Might of Morgraine. It like made your critical strike damage higher or something on certain spells. There's one for like Death Grip's range, I believe. Like basically like 20 some different class like things that are maybe talents or maybe class set stuff or something that's interesting out there that empowers your character. And every piece of gear could have some sockets on it, basically. So another thing that drops when you disenchant is the ability to add both enchants and sockets to gear, rarely. We were still fiddling with the percentages on how rare, but I think we were pretty satisfied with it. It was just towards the end, it was like almost nothing to do with them. But in the beginning, it was rough. Like we couldn't get any sockets, so we're still fiddling with that. But anyway, yeah, so you'd get a piece of gear. And then if you don't need it, you can disenchant it, and you will always get some orbs. I think it's like 1 to 3 orbs. And then you also may have a chance of getting a belt buckle type thing. And you also have a chance of getting a enchanting bag, because there's not going to be enchanting, obviously, when the only thing you get is disenchanting these things. So we have a choice to make with enchanting, because if the gear has those 3 extra stats on it, for some reason, I'm not entirely sure why this is, one of the slots is replaced by an enchant. Like an enchant is one of those slots. It's like coded into it, I guess. So you can choose, like, all right, well, we got a trifecta. We don't want to touch this. But or here's another item. We got a shitty first 2 stats. So we'll get rid of those. But the 3rd stat's perfect, so we obviously... I don't think there's actually any way to get... I don't remember. There's some problems with the system. That's why I said only 99% satisfied with it. But anyway, that's... We're not... Anyway, the orbs are basically... Like, I don't exactly know how many sockets you... I think there's like... What's there? 16 slots? So theoretically, what's that? 16 times 3. So that's 48 sockets you could have. I think you can have more or less than that, depending on your class, but... Anyway, I think we made it so so regular gear has no sockets, I think. You could add the socket. Then I think all blues have 1 socket. And all epics have 2 sockets by default. And then you could always add one socket with the thing we have. So it's like, you know, some extra systems to encourage you to do things in the world. I'm trying to really make this like a Diablo type thing, like a game where there's a lot of different things to be thinking about, and it's like, oh, I ran out of that, I need to go farm for that, you know. And then yeah, you would get the orbs. And so I have like this dream where I would like to do this at some point, but this dream where like I've spent like hundreds of hours on a character and I have like full BIS, or not even like, you know, what I like to call BIS orbs. Like say I have 48 orbs that buff Blood Boil. Then that makes Blood Boil the only spell that you use. You know what I mean? Like, I love that idea. We had one that buffed Death and Decay, and we used like 7 or 8 of those at one point while we were doing BRD farming. And it was crazy. It was fucking crazy. Like, just putting down... because we had a talent as well. We did a lot of talent changes for Death Knight. We had a talent that gave you a free Death and Decay, because in Wrath it's like really... It's actually kind of hard to get Death and Decay down in AoE situations. So yeah, you get the proc for the free D&D. You have like the massive power from the gems, or the orbs. I always call them gems. You have the massive power from the orbs, and then D&D just solos the shit. Like, it's 59... I don't know why it's just said that random number, but it's like a huge amount of damage. So I'm really happy with this. And I started this whole conversation because I wanted to tell you that I have already done all this if you haven't seen it, and there's like 140 episodes on my Death Knight going through it and exploring it, and also a bunch of other, like, we kind of started from the ground up. Like, when I started that playthrough, I didn't have any of this shit. I don't think I even had the orb system in the game yet. But we were also doing like a leveling challenge where we were having the character take way more damage, and I started a Death Knight at level 1, so that was another big thing for that playthrough. But anyway, TLDR, I'm going to do that on a Paladin now, and then we're also going to wrap in some interesting stuff on Paladin where we're going to do a blacksmithing completionist challenge. I've done a good amount of the hunter one. We did a leatherworking completionist challenge. I would like to get back to that someday, but that was on the old server, so that will have to start over. But basically it's craft one of every item in the game. That's our blacksmith completionist challenge, which is going to require us to do raids. It's going to require us to do all kinds of stuff. So very similar to this type of playthrough where we're just going to be spending a ton of time on just like gathering stuff, like full episodes. When we were doing the hunter one, it was like we'd do an hour episode and it would literally just be killing turtles for an hour, just skinning them, you know. It got so crazy that I had to like write notes for myself, because I would, in between episodes, I would constantly forget what I was trying to gather from the previous episode. And then like the first 20 minutes of every episode would be me like, oh yeah, I need to go to Feralis, I forgot. So we just never made any progress, and I just kind of stopped. Actually, the reason I stopped doing that was because Season of Discovery came out. And so then I decided that I wanted to try to make a remix type thing. Like, that was when I first realized that there was some interest, I had interest in that. Before that, it was just crafting and just fun. Basically, Dragonflight's profession system made me really want to try to create something that made me want to craft a bunch of different stuff in Classic. And that's what we went with. It was a really good thing, and if I ever do go back to the leatherworking one, I'll just probably try to copy our character over. It's not going to be possible like one-to-one, but we should be able to pretty much replicate the character. We're very close to being done with this. We need how many? Probably missed it 6 months. What do we need? 95? 94. I think we needed 95, but we had one, right? Anyway. There's lots of Lots of stuff on the horizon. So yeah, we're gonna do that with the Paladin. Paladin's also gonna, another thing that we're gonna do on that playthrough is we're going to be having a lot of class content done. This is how this whole conversation started, right? I was talking about that. Yeah, so I'm currently making custom class content for Paladins. So on top of doing every blacksmithing thing, which is going to be insanity, and you know, leveling the character and powering it up enough to be able to go solo raids and stuff, I'm also going to do all the class content for Paladin. That means I'm going to be switching factions halfway through. We're trying to figure that out in some way. Not entirely sure how we're going to do it, but we are going to start as a Blood Elf. Predominantly because I want to do like a comparison of this, of Midnight versus that. But yeah, we're going to start with Paladin Blood Elf and then at some point switch to Paladin Human. I don't know if I'm going to switch halfway. Like, do I want to get to max level and then switch? Because the Epic Mount quest, I definitely want to do. I've never done that. I honestly think I might make like, do both the Horde and the Alliance one. Because I think they're different. But I've never done the Alliance one. But we're definitely going to be switching to Human because we have a custom quest that I'll be putting in. So I started putting it in. I already made it on my original classic private server that I was making in VMangos or whatever, and it's very good. I really enjoy the questline, but I never actually did it on screen or anywhere that anybody would have ever seen it. So we're just gonna, you know, basically take it and put it in the new game that we're making, and yeah, that will be part of it, and it's gonna be for a very important item. So we'll see how that goes. But I am going to have blacksmithing stuff wrapped into it. I think we did this in the actual classic thing as well, but I wanted to make it so there was... I can't remember. I think there's like blacksmithing patterns that have something to do with the scar. I don't. There's something that was already like a logical addition. I don't remember what it was. Okay, anyway, are we good here? We can make everything, hopefully. That didn't take that long. But I said there was two things I wanted to do that aren't this. Even though, like I said, this is like 7 out of 10. That stuff is like way more interesting because there's so much to it and there's so much like work. Like I want to get to go. I want to work, you know what I mean? House ready to level up. Oh, shit. Alright, well anyway, we made all those. But the second thing I want to do is play Elden Ring. And I'm very, very, very close to buying it. It's like I would have to stop playing this. This series would die if that started. There's no way I would have time for both. Not with basketball right now. But I'm like really, 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 really wanting to play Elden Ring again. And there's a really great mod. Should we go do it on this character? There's a really great mod called Convergence. If you've never heard me talk about it, it is like unbelievable. It's got to be the best mod for any game I've ever played. It's ridiculous. And it's like they haven't done a lot of progression. I don't think they've even had a patch in a year or something, but that's actually not a bad thing in my eyes because it's so good. When was the last time? But their goals are even higher. Their last patch was in June, and it was just localization. But their last actual content patch was March. And that was just bug fixes. 2.2 is the actual content pad. And that came out in... Yeah, that was also March. Yeah, earlier March. So it's been 9 months since a content patch. I assume they're probably close to releasing another one. We got a bunch of new stuff. Should we put... What did we get? We got like a table, right? Draconic stone table. It's a bit large. just need more books. I mean, I can't really... There's like no books to put on the tables, so there's no reason to have tables. I wanted these to be covered with stuff. Like a seat and then a book, you know? But yeah, just not that many options. But yeah, anyway, the Convergence mod, the reason I want to play it is I want to do like a... It's basically like, it turns it into like more of a proper RPG with classes. And then there's like class questline kind of things. Like there's armor and gear that each class should want to collect. And I would like to do like a completionist playthrough of that. Oh, and then I still want to do the fucking Pokemon game. Whew. Yeah, this is all a problem for me because I don't like to start things that I don't finish or get very, very far in. Like obviously at this point we're like, how many episodes are we in now? This is going to be our 27th episode, I think, or 28th episode. That's pretty fucking far. I mean, we did pretty well, you know what I mean? So, but that's like 28 hours of this now. More than that, probably way more than that. Well, how do we level up the house? So to get like 50 episodes in, that's like, that takes me months, you know? So if I want to try to get to 50 episodes into an Elden Ring playthrough, I'm going to be doing nothing but that in my free time. Is it this person?
All are welcome. What differs makes us strong.
I actually don't know how to level up the house. Or is it not possible? Is it done by default? Maybe it's done already. But yeah, then I gotta do a play test of my Pokemon game that I've finally finished. That fucking feels like that was years ago, dude. That was only just finished like a month and a half ago. Maybe not even that long. I think it was about a month and a half ago. I was going balls deep, like all the way. And all my free time was going into making the Pokemon game. I was like doing it minutes before streams and stuff. That's how much effort I was making into this. Is it 4 now? How could I tell? I don't know. I love the housing idea, but it's just like a lot of stuff just doesn't seem intuitive. Oh, I think there's like a menu. This here, right? It's 4. It's like already. Wait, what? It's not 4. Oh no. Okay, there is something we have to do. We get another room. I don't know what we have to do. I don't think it even matters, to be honest. I'm never gonna do anything with the rooms. I don't have enough ideas for them, and I don't really have enough time to care about them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just do all this shit for fun as well. It's like not really a lot of views on any of this stuff, so it's just for fun, but I would like to do it more, and I like to keep series going. It's like very good for me mentally. Very good for me mentally, let's just say that. Having something to talk about and something to progress towards is like very, very good. I don't know how to talk, like, okay, let's just look it up. How to level up your house. Wow. No, I don't. I guess that was not the right question to ask. Where? Nope. Same answer being given with where and how. Talk to the okay, upgrade NPC WoW housing. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. If it's not this character, I don't know who it is. I didn't even realize there was other characters.
Make your voice heard.
An elven decor vendor?
We're in this together.
We already bought all these though, right? I think we bought all these.
What do you seek?
We bought one of each of these.
Thank you for browsing.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. For some reason, we don't have a daily from this guy. Did we do it already? Oh, I picked it up. I just didn't read it. Trellis frames the torch. A seat above misty shores. Seek the ledge below. Trellis frames the torch. I'll just look this one up. Oh, this, I never would have found this one. It's actually quite close, though. Some water here. This is a weird place. There's like a very, very specific thing it's referring to. Where is it? It looks like it should be here. There's like a little park area or something. $54.73. Fucking. Oh, coordinates. $53.67. That's not. I guess that's close. On a ledge directly west of Plot 8 on the southern coast. Wait, what the fuck? So the wowhead thing is incorrect. $54.73. That's down there. Plot 8 is that one. Directly, what did it say? Directly west of Plot 8. But yeah, it would be nice to do a Blood Elf playthrough because we didn't actually get to do any Horde stuff yet on that server. What? $52.66. Oh, okay. Not very west. Slightly west. Yeah, here it is. There's like this little, it's like a bench. That's what it's referring to. Ah, that one's crazy. That would have been a hard one to find. Stormwind interior wall. Yeah, for some reason we're not able to see it. Alright, but anyway, that's it. Alright, well, thanks for hearing my rants. I don't know what the future holds, but we're definitely... maybe we'll give tailoring a try still, but that's everything for Inscription from the previous 2 expansions. But things should get more interesting after that. Yeah, stay tuned. A lot of stuff going on in my head. Bouncing around. Hopefully we'll get them out into reality. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.